welcome to another segment of American Artist Road Trip. Today we're going to look at murals. Murals are everywhere around us. As I stated in an earlier clip, we hope to make murals a regular feature on American Artist Road Trip. You'll find murals just about anywhere. Some are art imitating life, while some are dramatic and scary. Others are intended to catch your eye, and sometimes while not being too ambiguous. Murals date back thousands of years, like this one, depicting a hunting party, while this one is believed to represent the first auditions for American Idol. Most of these murals are just blocks from my studio. They can be colorful and sometimes reflecting the ethnic culture of a neighborhood. Others might showcase or advertise a product. It's common to see a piece that reflects the essence of a region. You can find murals indoors and even at your feet. Or right in somebody's backyard. I witnessed this booty call of a mural go through a revamp during the course of editing this segment. Talk about urban renewal. And as the current trend becomes more colorful and bold, I must admit, I'm still a sucker for a mural that tells the story of the past. Like this one in Edgewater, Colorado. Now let's hit the road. There's so much more out there to see. I remember the first time I drove through Ely, Nevada. I was really taken and surprised to find so many murals in such a small, isolated community. Ely has a population of 4,200 people and relies heavily on the gaming industry. The murals in this town reflect its heritage and its pride. Their devout patriotism, strong work ethic, and even their bawdy past. Ely is way off the beaten track, but worth checking out. We said goodbye to Ely, crossing Nevada going west, and had a pleasant drive through the Sierras, and then ending up in Hayward, California. There's sort of a renaissance happening with murals, and Hayward is a good example of it. One artist whose work is really showing up around town is Josh Powell. This mural really welcomes drivers coming into Hayward, showing bright colors and great detail. Other works by Josh are creative and intensive in their message. Especially this underpass. While I was here, I did find a mural he was currently working on, a tribute to a now defunct nearby town called Russell City. His montage of images from yesterday really captured the spirit of this lost town. There's another artist locally that is leaving his mark. I caught up with him as he was in the final stages of the last of 3 murals in downtown Hayward, which I would almost call a cinematic opus. I wanted to get his thoughts on this project. Even braving his scaffolding, 3 stories high, just to meet artist Andrew Kong Knight.
Here I am in Hayward. I just met Andy Kong Knight, and we're halfway up this big mural he's working on right now.
The last installment of this 3-part mural features Clark Gable and Vivian Leigh from the movie Gone with the Wind.
This is the best time. I'm going to highlight her cheek. Her cheek's going to have a light coming in. The light's kind of coming down from Clark over there onto her hair. So that's one of the finishing touches I'm doing on hers is the lightening of this cheek.
Working up here for long hours can be tedious. And my first thought is how agreeable the weather is.
You couldn't have any nicer, milder weather right now.
It's easier to paint on this mural when it's overcast, so I hope for overcast all the time, because otherwise I'm using these sheets. Otherwise it's full sun. It's quite a lot of sun otherwise.
Back on solid ground, we talked about what led to this project.
The city asked me, it was about 2.5 years ago, to do, it was a huge wall, and I knew exactly which one they were talking about, because I said, is it that wall with the parking lot in front of it is a dirt lot? And it was getting tagged a lot. And it was across from Centennial Hall. That's the what they call the Gateway mural. And so when they asked me to do it, I said no, but I said, boy, but someone should do a mural on that wall, you know. But I said no. I have a commute now. I have a couple kids. You know, I teach school. I was teaching full time at that time. She said it'll be fun. It'll be fun, and that was Stacy Swanson. And I'm really honored that I did take it on. I decided, you know what, that it would, you know, that's a key boulevard foothill. It will lead you into the Hayward. I grew up in Hayward, lived here most of my life, and I've been teaching here for the last 16 years. And I said, you know, it'd be pretty to have a landscape when everybody's with road rage coming home, being tired. It'd be nice to look out to a landscape.
The city sees value in these murals and can save hundreds of thousands of dollars annually, thwarting graffiti and vandalism.
There's like a 95, I think, 97% success rate of that taggers don't hit murals. I believe that that's a really good graffiti prevention, because it's cheaper to pay an artist, even though it's expensive to pay artists to do these projects, but to keep painting over, they spend thousands of dollars. So it's kind of a renaissance of murals in Hayward, and it's led by, it's not taxpayers' money, it's grant money.
Next up came Andrew's opportunity to paint 3 murals at a new downtown theater. The timing could not have been better, since he had recently been laid off his teaching job.
Kind of salivating at this because of I love Art Deco architecture, and this whole structure in the movie theater in Hayward is done in a kind of a neo Art Deco style, you know, retro Art Deco, and I love that style. Came up with, I thought it should all relate to Hayward in the movie, so it was kind of Hollywood meets Hayward is the theme. It was kind of welcoming me to Hayward at the same time, and seeing some of the main architecture of Hayward, like the just right across from here is the All Saints Church. Some of the prettiest buildings, and it kind of has a sense of old and new. So you have the old City Hall, and you would come to the movie, you would see like an Art Deco tower. Which, again, they've done the movie theater up in that style, and I worked on those 2 for a year. That was another year.
As we view the final phase of this project, the last of the 3 murals is nearing its completion. We also see that the trunk of his car works as his office and command center. He explains on what he'll be working on today.
I'm marking out what I'm doing, so I've done some of these things, so I'm coming across this way with the things I'm going to do. So I'm on a highlighter cheek. You can see it's a little bit lighter. So
it's been a labor of love for years, 24/7. His hope is that it looks as good as he dreamed it would. And as he reaches the end of the project and the scaffolding comes down, it's a mix of excitement and, as he puts it, sweet sorrow. He is relieved to be done, but it's like you're saying goodbye to a loved one, hoping the world likes it and takes care of it. When you do see the 3 works together, it's a sight to cherish and will bring delight for many years to come.
I'm honored to do this, and I'm giving it my all and trying do the best possible job I can, because it is my hometown. I grew up here, and I think about that. I'm leaving my mark on my hometown and hopefully beautifying, where I grew up. So.
Hope you took something away with that segment. Remember, a mural always starts at an artist's head. It's up to you as the viewer to embrace it. I think maybe you really need to be in shape and...
Yeah, and unfortunately, when I was teaching high school full-time and then doing the mural until night, the last thing you feel like doing is exercising, and I've been kind of really out of shape, so it's been putting a toll on my neck, and luckily I've been going through chiropractic. I've been going to Hayward Chiropractic College. My intern's Jessica. She should have credit in especially this last mural here.